Yeah, that was a real weird shit happened.
Yeah.
I looked up and we was live for like 2 minutes. I didn't even realize it. So then we had to shut that down.
But we shut it down. But we back.
And when I say we mean Savage AF right for y'all. You know what
right
it is.
Here.
I'm Black Pedro.
And that is Black Pedro. I am Shang.
There you go, man.
Welcome to Savage AF. We're here 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For you, the listeners, the people with the brain, the people that understand life, the other people that don't, all of y'all, eat balls. Eat balls. Eat balls. Eat balls.
Yeah, that's basically what we did at the top of the show. Maya's like magicians. First they were on, then poof, they disappeared. Yeah, Damani, I think I literally said, "Are we live?" Live. So, not a good look. But hey, guys, whatever.
Hey,
man.
You know what? It happens. It happens. Okay.
That's the fun part about going live.
Sometimes you don't know it still is. Here for you. Make sure that you understand that you're supposed to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe.
So when you say the channel, we're live on YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
YouTube.com.
You see it.
/C/Savage.
You don't see it. It's right there. It's right there. You don't see it. They don't see it.
So when you go there, subscribe, click on the little bell, ding ding, and that's gonna get you the notifications that you need so that you can know when we're on or off, or we live.
When we're on, when we're not live, we're live. We got people in the feed already. But let me tell you something. This is the deal. When you go to our channel, you'll go to YouTube and you'll be sitting there going, "What do I do? What do you do? What do you do? You know what you do? You click a little bell." So you'll be reminded about the show when the show starts and what we're going to do. Okay. I'm just saying, make sure you do that. You know what? You happen to be at the page. You already subscribed. You click the little bell. You know what else? You got, if you have thumbs, right?
Use them.
And use your thumb to press it and give us the thumbs up. Give us the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You already know what it is because it's all about that. Okay. So
and it's actually not even all about that, because there are other opportunities to get this Savage AF in your life. All right. Facebook is what they call it. Meta World Place Peace, whatever. On our fan page on Facebook, Savage A.F. 2 dots. Okay. If you do 1 dot, you're losing. Do 2 dots. Okay. Savage A. Dot. Do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to
do 2 dots.
Do that. All right, whatever. Fuck it.
But
I'm old.
Yeah, man, and make sure you follow us on that page. Share it with your friends. Don't keep it to yourself, okay? It's not heroin. You can share.
And you know what? And you know what else is really important for the people that are here on the feed, and the people that are watching our show, the people who support us, to save. Here we go with this shit again.
Oh, the constructions is back. We're gonna try to fight through it. Let's go.
Yeah, we fight through it. These motherfuckers, they weren't even here early. Okay, listen.
They must follow the show.
The F you.
That must be one of our trolls on the work.
Yeah. All right,
on the work.
You go over there, it's cold silly. I'm like, I got you. Listen, what I need y'all to do is save a kitten, save a puppy, save a comedian's life. In the eyes of an angel, it's the only way you could save. It's by following us on the egg.
The egg, y'all. The gram of the Insta.
You see it? It's there. Black Pedro. And make sure you follow at Comedian Shang, at Black Pedro, and you will be a better person. If you don't, you know what that is. You know what it is. All right, so make sure that you do that. We have a show coming up in San Diego, which means a whale's vagina. Make sure you check it out. Boom. That's the show. It is Black Pedro looking very dapper. Also, Von DiCarlo, Raymond Montoya, hosted by Taylor Great and Jason Rogers at the world famous Laugh Factory Comedy Club. We got 4 shows. Make sure you get your tickets. Starting the promotions now, even though it's a month away. We need you. And apparently, that
that's what that is.
Can you really hear it? Yeah, you can hear it. Can't you?
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. You know what it is, Maya. Thank you for being here. Light that blunt, girl. Pour that wine. Kevin Keith,
drink that wine. Take that, girl.
What up, though? Yeah. All right, man. Let's go and get into it. Y'all know what it is today. Savage AF, man. It is a Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays, y'all. Drink up. October 13th, 2022, in the time-space continuum. We are going to end today's show. By the way, Savage AF says, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. We're going to end with the Shangry today. It ain't shit till it's shitty for him. I don't know why I said it like that, but that's what it is. It ain't shit till it's shitty for him. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today. Let's talk about how the blue line is thinning. I got a story for y'all, man. Hold on.
Okay, I'm waiting for this one.
But before we get into that, spell it with a capital B. Did they move into your apartment now?
No.
Spell it with a capital B, y'all.
Shit. Hey man, it wasn't doing that.
It sounds like beavers fucking in a tree or some shit.
It wasn't doing that. Oh, you mother.
Spell it with a capital B. A jury hits Alex Jones. You know, Alex eat my neighbor's Jones with nearly $1 billion.
Yeah.
In free speech fees. Let's talk about it. But before we get into it, Savage AF, y'all. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We're going to start off with that critical question, y'all. And every time we ask it, it always sounds like this.
Don't sound like that.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, so you know what it is, y'all. Savage AF. I don't know if you caught it today. You know, it's like political porn. I was eating popcorn and jacking off all day watching the what seems to be maybe the last. Well, I guess it may or may not be the last.
May or not be, but
public January 6th committee hearing.
But the January 6th committee said, yeah.
They whipped their dig out today.
They was like, yeah, you getting all this cock.
A lot of things we're going to talk about, but spoiler alert, they saved it for the end, like the big punctuation. They voted 9 yays to 0 nays. The January 6th committee voted to subpoena Donald. I'm going to call him Ronald McDonald. Trumpty Dumpty.
Miser eyebrow Trump.
They have officially subpoenaed him. Now, you know, this isn't a legal thing in the sense that now he's going to jail or anything like that. It's basically a formal request and you know, should be a legal demand. There should be some weight and onus. You know, there are people who have ignored the subpoenas, but it is a demand for you to come in and answer questions. And, you know, today they put together a bunch of video that really just surmised the whole argument, which is that, you know, he knew he lost. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew that his followers were violent. He called them to DC on purpose. He sent them to the Capitol. He wanted to get people killed so he could maintain power. That's the story they put together today. We'll get into the details. But boy Donald Trump has officially been subpoenaed, and he becomes one of 4 presidents now to ever be subpoenaed by Congress. That's Thomas Jefferson, Richard Nixon, Bill Clinton, and
for Pussygate. And I'm going to say something right now.
It was Headgate.
Oh, yeah,
Headgate. Come
all
on,
right,
man.
all right.
Facts
So
matter. Facts matter.
Facts matter. Okay, all right. We didn't get no
It was
pussy.
Domegate. It was Grillgate.
It was Grillgate.
Brainsgate.
Facts. All right. Facts matter. Okay, I just said Pussygate because Pussygate sound like a gate I'd like to open. Listen,
Throatgate.
The bottom line is, if you look at how the committee did this last thing, it was gangster. I give it to them. The way they did it, the way they set it up, showing the footage of Nancy Pelosi calling and doing her thing, showing Chuck Schumer saying, "Hey man, get somebody the fuck down here, man. They trying to get us, man. They trying to get us, man. They at the gate." He didn't say it like that, but that's what he meant. Yeah. That's what he meant. And I think the bottom line is, and I see the people in the feed. We forgot to give a shout out. We're gonna give a shout out.
No.
Who is P. Cat Wilding? No.
She said Treehead, aka Pamela. That's Treehead. Okay. She got hacked up today, so she's on a different account.
So the bottom line is the committee, the January 6th committee that is only going to be around until after they get voted out and they're going to get disbanded. I don't know if you know that or not. Mm-hmm. It's going to get disbanded by the Republicans if they win the 2022 election. But they did show they showed the tip of their dick today.
I feel like they pulled out the whole shaft. Like, bring out the president. Bring him before us. He's got to answer questions. The big questions obviously is he going to do it? But if he has any kind of lawyers around him, they probably are shitting their pants.
They're going to stall. I saw it as they pulled the tip of their dick out. They didn't pull their whole dick out. They did show some footage that I had never seen. They did show that Nancy Pelosi, was about that life, was really trying to get shit.
Her Schumer and Steny Hoyer, they were.
They were trying.
They were calling governors. They
were trying to get something done.
Northrop.
And the Republicans, they cunt ass actually was saying that they weren't trying to help, and Nancy Pelosi was behind it. No, she was trying to make sure that none of you fucking Republicans and the Democrats weren't murdered by a fucking mob of psycho white fucking Trump supporters. And I'm saying my majority was white. Stop it. Don't say there was some black people. I hate when people say, well, there was a few blacks. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Look at
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Simon says shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying that is it. And that Cheney lady ain't playing with Trumpy. You goddamn right.
Raina
but I'm gonna tell you. But
she has nothing to lose anymore. So
well, she's like, I'm already out of here. Who gives a fuck? And the rest of them were just playing. Like, that man's playing Gallagher. Like they weren't. The other ones was like, well, this is a foregone conclusion. But I just still feel like they didn't show their whole dick. And even though, because Trump is still like, well, I'm not going to answer it. It doesn't matter. You pulled your card. I pulled my card. You showed your dick. I want to show my dick, but I won't do it.
So you got to get close to see it.
Yes.
Raina Love also says his lawyers are going to tell him to invoke his Fifth Amendment rights. She's talking about Ronald McDonald, Trumpty Dumpty. Now,
surprise.
That's one thing that came out in the in today's hearing is that 30 people that they interviewed took the fifth the entire time, and they specifically called out people like let me see. General Flynn, Michael Flynn with his nutty buddy ass. Who else did they do? The dude Eastman, John Eastman, the wild cowboy lawyer idiot.
I ain't gonna do none of that. I ain't answering a goddamn question. Whatever, man. Yeehaw!
Roger Stone, they got him.
Well, he's crazy. I saw some footage of him. That mad penguin. I don't know why Batman just don't knock him the fuck out. Yeah. He is weird. And by the way, yes, Kevin Keith, apparently they're sawing something. I guess Jeffrey Dahmer lives next door to me, and he's
I tried to. She ain't gonna be in the hallway in a nightgown. I told y'all for years that the smell is
there, and the motherfucker been eating. I told you he been eating niggas for years.
Nobody's listening.
Hey, what's up, Nazi? Nazi, assalamu alaikum, Nazi, Islam. But no, I think that I mean I like the fact that they pulled their dick out a little bit. They put a little dick out. They were like, hey, get it. But they're not, nothing's going to happen. I think that you know,
still
they're
think
going
nothing's gonna happen.
No. Stop it. Hey, first off, I just want to say to you, first off, I think that you're delusional. I think that you feel that.
Yeah, I'm hot. So what?
You're a little delusional. I think that you think that the justice system actually favors justice. I don't know what you're thinking. He's a little crazy. I like him. I like this kid. He's a little crazy. I think that Trump's going to definitely. Oh, he already talked shit on truth.social or whatever it's truth. Whatever the fuck it is.
Fake truth.
Fake truth. But he knows inside that his ass is cooked. But he's not going. You know, white people ain't gonna let him go down like that, bruh. They already still saying, well, maybe, sort of. They're already hemming and hawing. And you know this little turtle fuck ain't doing a goddamn thing but eating lettuce and sitting under the sun lamp.
Mayor Garland gonna do something, dog.
He ain't gonna do shit.
As soon as he gets back from Hogwarts, he's going to do something. Right?
Drizzle, drop.
But that was the bombshell today. Was and we're gonna push on to the next. But that was the bombshell today that
January 6th Commission.
January 6th committee that they are subpoenaing
Donald Trump, the twice impeached, disgraced, insurrectionist, racist, bigot, xenophobic, horribly corrupt fucking president, ex-president that shouldn't have been president from get-go, petulant, bitch-ass, punk child, Trump.
That's what it is.
And all the people that back him.
Well, speaking of his backers and petulant children, you give me good setup, Shang. I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome, man. It happens, man. Pay the nurse on the way out.
We'll go from one dickhead to the next. There's so many to, but say with a capital B, man. Spell it out. Jury hits Alex Jones with nearly $1 billion, $965 million.
What?
In damages he has to pay out.
I'm gonna be so broke, I gotta eat my neighbor.
I think literally his response right now is "ain't no money." For real, they have that in quotes in the headline.
They're gonna hit him with $1 billion.
You know, for those who don't know, Alex Jones, you know, conservative talkhead, shit fuck, ass nugget, monkey, dung, piece of shit, who's always spewing conspiracy theories. He had, you know, this platform and, you know, millions of listeners. You know, he's one of those who gets the orcs foaming at the mouth.
Right. And you know what else? The bottom line is he did do damage to that family. He did make the family have death threats because there were people that are his followers.
Families.
I'm sorry. And now he's trying to cry about all the money. And I don't know where his nose went, but
he also went viral recently for just going off on some tirade about how if, you know, there's not enough food and he's got to feed his daughters, he'll eat his neighbors.
Wow.
No talk of growing a garden or anything, just straight to cannibalism.
Because
$1 billion in the cul-de-sac.
$1 billion will put a hole in your pocket. And and I think that the bottom line is the reason they made it so high was I hope it was to send a message to these other fucking conspiratorial bullshit fuckers that try to say all this crazy shit online to cause people to have problems. Like the families, thank you for correcting me. The families.
Yeah, and the conspiracy around, you know, the Sandy Hook shootings, the shooting at this elementary school, and I believe it was 13 or 14 children who were killed and like 3 staff members. Yeah, I think it was 17 total. So it's 14 kids, 3 staff members.
Right.
And you know, they're somehow just the far right crazy wackadoodles got into this conspiracy that it was a false flag, you know, or like a fake.
Right. They said there was actors. Yeah, you guys in the feed. Oh, by the way, real quick, shout out WDMA Warrior, Raina Love, Maya Baker.
Oh wow.
We got Kevin Keith in the building. We got Nazi Islam in the building. We got Damani Jones in the building. Raina.
Check out what WDMA Warrior says. He says, "Fuck Alex Jones. My friend lost his daughter in Sandy Hook." Now, this is the closest I've come to anybody knowing anybody involved in that situation. So condolences to your friend, man, WDMA. But also that I was just gonna bring this up, and then I saw the comment is like, can you imagine not only losing your child, but then having some shitmouth dickhead like Alex Jones spewing this shit about the loss of your child and how you didn't lose your child and it was all faked, to the point in which his shitmouth dickhead followers then begin to send you death threats and letters and shit, and the other children harassing you, and you've already lost your child. Like what?
Pedro, the other children were in danger. They had to get something. They had to get security. What?
WDMA said his friend committed suicide over her death.
Wow.
Sorry,
well, then that's why I hope that Alex Jones pays. And Alex Jones, I hope that Alex Jones. Okay, that's not him. Well, it looks like him. Alex Jones, aka Toxic Warrior, Avenger. He, I hope that he gets all of the fucking damage he can handle, and I hope that he, takes advice and does what he needs to do.
Swallow that.
Yeah, exactly. So the bottom line is, Alex Jones did all this bullshit, made people feel like, these people were lying after they lost their kids. He's crazy and he wants to eat his neighbors, and he's
and warning to his neighbors because he's about to be broke as shit. So I think he's gonna eat you.
He might try to eat you.
AJ Fitz says his company is worth $275 million, but he couldn't pay $2 million. My thing is take everything you got and everything else that's coming till we get to that. A Billy.
I want to see him in the streets crying. Fuck him, and fuck all the people that follow him. And people say, that's the thing. Sometimes I see Joe Rogan, and I like Joe Rogan. I like Jay Rogan stand up. I like Joe Rogan as a person. At least the times I've talked with him, Joe Rogan always says, "Yeah, but you got to see the other side of it." No, if I am a person going out there sticking my thumb in babies' buttholes that aren't, and just walk around doing horrible shit, but on the weekends, I take care of, cats for people. It doesn't overweigh it. There's a false equivalency to say, well, he's got a good side and maybe this. No, Alex Jones has always been a fucktard. His family's filled with fucktards. He's a fucktard. He's a reactionary, conspiratorial piece of shit, and he knows it. And now he's paying for it. And I hope they hit him over the head with some more shit that makes him just, decide to go, you know what? Can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. I hope so, because he's an asshole. And wow.
Wait,
what's up?
AJ said people were going to graves, digging them up, defacing graves, going to people's houses, threatening them because of that piece of shit. Exactly, man. So, for anybody who thinks that, billion sounds like a ridiculous, whatever. No, man, this is like, this is beyond gaslighting, these fighting words, like, we in the streets with this shit. You come at me with that dumb shit.
Okay. What do you think of what Nazi says? Whose situation is worse, Trump or Jones? That's what they did for Jones. What are they going to do to Trump? Don't ask me. Ask Pedro, because you already know where I stand. Not a motherfucking thing, baby. Not a goddamn thing. They gonna do a goddamn thing. I don't know why you think that. He ain't gonna answer no subpoenas. He ain't gonna come to court. He ain't gonna testify. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do no jail time. And his face and his bottom ain't gonna be blasted by penises.
So ultimately, obviously, y'all know I think Trumpty Dumpty is going to jail. It won't be because of this January. I mean, the January 6th committee won't be the body that sends him to jail. They don't have that power. That's not their purpose. But in terms of which is worse, whose situation is worse,
I would say
on a personal level, obviously Alex Jones. I mean, this is like an inhumane, extremely sociopathic thing to do. But it hits people in their hearts, and it's gonna hit him in the pockets. But with Trumpty Dumpty, that's more of a macro, like we all got to be watching out for this sociopath because this motherfucker is literally trying to install the military to roam the streets to do what the fuck he said.
And if he wins again, which if he gets a shot at it, they said he got a 50-50 shot of winning the presidency, which I think that's a little overblown. But if he does win, then all of the stuff that happened with January 6th, all of that stuff is going to be thrown out. All of the stuff in 2022, if they win the majority at the House and the Senate, all of it's going to be thrown out. And then they're going to do investigations and try to impeach Joe Biden as saying that he's not the president. So
they're just going to hang him.
Yeah.
hang
Joe Biden.
Will be out the window.
That's what they're going to do. So I don't know why y'all are so delusional. I give props to I think Pedro is a smart, intelligent young man who does great. He's a funny young man and very smooth. Not the best dancer, but still very delusional on this point.
Well, Treehead says, jail. I promise I will run naked in these streets if that day comes. Well, let me know what.
And you know what? I will be there making you hot dogs, baby.
Just send the address, girl. Send the address.
I'll be there making you some hot dogs, baby. That's so weird.
Raina says, get ready to run, Pam. So y'all, come on now. Yeah, man, I really, I do believe that Trumpty Dumpty will end up in jail. You wish that Alex Jones could too. But, and ultimately this obviously proves me right. That
there's prove you right?
Well, that there's no such thing as free speech. You didn't let me finish. Because
I just wanted to jump on you.
Alex Jones, you talked all that shit, bro. They had no evidence of not a goddamn thing, and you said stuff that had real life consequences for real life people who went through a real life tragedy, and now you about to get hit. Your pocket's about to be hit up. Although you know what they do though. They just take these opportunities to hit up the MAGA crazy super fucks, and then they start donating, their life savings and shit to free Alex Jones. So, yeah, man, they're gonna.
Hold on.
I'm sure he'll raise $1 billion.
No, he'll raise, but he's gonna start crying and whining to the right. The right is gonna bail him out as best they can. But $1 billion, that's a lot of money.
Even Elon Musk is like, yeah, bro, you might be on your own.
Yeah, I was gonna help you, but I might put Trump back.
I just bought Twitter, so my money's kind of tied up.
I'm broke right now, so and he's gonna be in the street going, "Oh my God, what are they gonna do? What am I gonna do?" And hey, man, if y'all cut that shit out over there,
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, I got some support out there. I know Rain is with me. Shang, you my guy, but I'm with Pedro on this one. Kev, talk to him, man.
Oh my God!
There's just too much. I mean, like we said,
too much. Never too much. No.
All right, Luther, calm down now. They strung it together, man. They showed that. Man, they showed that everybody around this motherfucker's like, that's illegal, right?
I know that. And they still hell to the no. It's not gonna happen. But hey.
Even John Eastman, while he's giving him advice to do this shit, is like, all right, so what we about to do ain't really legal. and it's like, that's, once your lawyer starts talking like that, the wall's gonna close.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you why I think that, one, I'm glad that Alex Jones got the business, and I hope that he gets like this is the view he's gonna have, is some dude just giving it to him. That's what I would like. But I really do think that it doesn't make a difference to the right if they said that, hey, we'll put $1 billion, you fucked up, that's it. They don't care. They're still going to back this man. He's still going to find a way to get on some kind of social media and generate money, which I think that should happen too, where he's prevented from getting on social media, just keep spewing bullshit. Well, that's what I think. Instead of giving him another platform.
And any money he does raise off of this shit,
It got to go straight to
funnel
that.
to the families, man.
Yeah.
Treehead Pcat Wilding, she says, but they're steady running commercials about how corrupt BLM is while begging from their base at the same time. You know, I think they call it hypocrisy. Yeah. Miss me with all that BLM corrupt bullshit, by the way. It ain't even about the organization. It's about the concept, man, the mindset.
Yeah, but it is about the organization too. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If it's the organization was doing some corrupt shit, they doing corrupt shit.
No, of course. But I don't know. I'm not investigating.
But I'm saying, end of the day, I'm glad that he got hit. I know he's like, oh, what am I gonna do? I just think that the bottom line is the right is gonna still keep supporting this motherfucker, and that's how far gone they are. I think they're so rooted in tribalism. There's no fucking way, Pedro, they're going to be able to dig their way out. They're simply not going to dig their way out.
Who's not going to dig their way out of what?
The right wing, and the indoctrinated people that are part of that Alex Jones Trump cult.
But that's not going to keep. That's not necessarily going to keep Trump out of jail, though.
Okay.
And then all January 6th aside, we could talk about taxes in New York, voter, the voter fraud or voter influence, election influence, election tampering is the phrase I'm looking for.
Right.
In Georgia, so there's there's currently 8 different cases on this motherfucker right now. So, come on, bro. Odds are one of them.
All right. Well, you know what? Look, man. Listen, Pedro. All right. Again, I give you props, man. You wear very colorful shirts. Yeah, and they're beautiful colors that make the birds come out and sing. But guess what? You, my friend, are fucking wrong. You're so wrong that it's scary that you're that wrong and you have guns in your house. It makes me frightened for your neighbors and for any wayward white woman that's walking past that you happen to take into your house and gut her out and then decide that she shouldn't leave. I think that is part of it too. Yeah. I gotta watch how you maneuver because you're a little off today.
No, man. But I'm thinking that's gonna happen. Sit back and watch, y'all. It's all coming apart.
You're a little crazy.
Right. Alex Jones gets hits in the pocket. Savage AF, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We're gonna keep it pushing. This is one of those stories that it came across my feed, and I had to look it up and make sure that it was because I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. But we about to do it like that.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. All right, man. So when I say the blue line is thinning, right? They talk about that thin blue line. It's a phrase that refers to American support of our fine officers in law enforcement, sheriff's departments around, as well as our military and other forms of service to this country and its great ideals. This is a concept that is very sacred to the white man. The foundations of a white America under a Christian flag. Under biblical Jesus laws.
Hey man, don't you make me cry. Don't you make me cry, man. I love the thin blue line.
I told myself I wasn't going to either, but dang it, I get emotional, man.
God damn it, man.
White people, we have got to stand by our officers. Unless you're 2 Connecticut brothers. And when I say brothers, I mean white guys who have the same mother. Okay, I'm not talking about brothers. Where their names go? God damn it! But did you guys hear about this? So there was a 911 call in Redstone Hill, Connecticut, and it was like a domestic violence call. 2 brothers supposedly having an argument. Cops roll up and get ambushed. 2 of the cops are killed. 1 is injured. And these are just random white guys, right? And investigators now early on believe that the 911 call was just a ruse to get the officers there so that they could ambush them and kill them. God damn it. I can't find the guys' names. Sorry. But this is just me calling out that thin blue line shit, right? I mean, we saw it in droves on January 6th. We've seen other events where white guys go on shooting sprees. But this one,
Right.
is one of those stories where this looks like a plot just to kill police. Again, and this is in Connecticut, right? This ain't even Kentucky or nothing. This is Connecticut. But what happened to the thin blue line, white people? I thought it was your boys. I thought it was your folk. I thought the police was supposed to be y'all people, man. The ones out there living for you, fighting for you. What was the name of it though?
Wow, people are so cold in our thing. Look, sympathy, meh.
Well, I'm not AJ Fit is clapping. Well, I think y'all missing the point. This wasn't. Everybody sit back. Hold on now. Let's pull this back. Let's reel this back in.
No. Hey man, they went in.
And while I'm not saying I'm happy that these cops got killed at all. And that's not my point, or even how I feel about it. That's not even how I conceptualize this. I'm just looking at the hypocrisy of this white on white crime. And if we always love to play the if they were black, if these brothers were black and called the police and just to ambush them, did they be turning the hood up the fucking side down,
right?
And shooting every nigga they could find. So my point isn't yay the cops are dead. My point is let's call out the hypocrisy of this thin blue line. White lives matter, all of that. That's all bullshit. Okay. Half this country is filled with crackers who would love to kill the cops. We saw it on January 6th. Here's another example, but I don't hear. You're definitely not going to hear Fox News talking about it, but I haven't heard it on any other outlet as well. And it just seems like one of those. And I'm sure it happens more often.
So these cops got murked by possibly other Caucasoids. So you're saying that some other ice heathens, these ice heathens,
milk crickets.
So, wow, okay.
WDMA. Now we don't have numbers on this, but he says white people kill more cops than anyone else combined. I mean, there's more white people in America. They commit more crime, but we get arrested disproportionately. But just by the numbers game. There's more white people in America, so they're doing more shit all around. But
we know that we don't have much sympathy for cops because there's been so much bullshit that they've done. Would you agree, people in the feed, that there's a point where, if you look at some of these snow tards, which is, we're just add as many words as we can to the description. A lot of snow tards think that the cops are only supposed to serve just them and no other race. That's why when something like this happens, they kind of go, well, we're allowed to kill each other.
Come on, man. What's wrong with that?
Right. So I think that, they're I don't know what to call it. It's just their nonchalance about this fucking major story that should be on the front of everything, aside from Trump getting subpoenaed. That's a big deal, but they should have this shit on there too, Pedro. This should be, 2 policemen ambushed. I should see ambushed
by white guys.
By white guys.
That's the important part. That's what I wanted everybody to. They were by white guys.
By white guys. Nazi say, a tree by the fruited bears. Wow. Why you gotta get all deep, man? God damn, that was deep, brother. Man. But it's true. I mean, and I want to say, like Malcolm X said, well, maybe the chickens came home to roost. Maybe the chickens came home to roost. And now I know I'll probably get kicked out of the nation for saying this, but I'm just saying, do you think that that's just something I'm not surprised about? And I'm kind of like, well, white people do crazy shit too, and they do try to take out cops, and there are corrupt, evil, hardcore, fucking gangster ass white people that kill other white people. Yes. So I'm not surprised by that.
She ain't white, but she's gangster and kills people quite often. I'm sure Miss Adverb is in the building. You're late, jumping jacks. I think a running theme through today's stories have been chickens coming home to roost, right? Like we saw with the January 6th committee that there was all this evidence telling every bit of, police, Secret Service, military that the crackers were coming to DC to tear down the Capitol. Like this was known. Yeah. And none of the right moves were made to do anything about it. So
because our people wouldn't do something like that.
Alex Jones ran his mouth off about some shit he knew nothing the fuck about. And those chickens have come home to roost in terms of dollars. And when we don't, as a society, and to be honest, when white people don't police themselves properly, you end up with psycho killers in your fucking community. Right. And that shit'll come back to roost. I mean, I'll bring it up again. If you watch the Dahmer thing, like the amazing part is how much shit he got away with just because he was white. Like the first dude he killed, he chopped him up, put him in a bag, was driving around the city drunk as he was got pulled over by the cops. Cop knows he's drinking. He's like, I'm not gonna fuck up your life tonight, man. Get on out of here. He's like, it's a body in the bag. He's like, what's in the bag? He's like, oh, just some leaves, officer. Like, who drive around drunk with leaves in their back?
And not get a ticket, not get pulled over, not get made to do a sobriety test, not to do wait a minute. Is that a human black dick in your pocket?
Wow.
That type of shit. Nobody asked that shit and they get away with it. That's what I'm saying. The double standard is so fully in effect. It's hard for me to have any kind of fucking hope, especially for the youth. Even though a lot of times I say fuck the kids. Man, Pedro, man, I'm worried about my sons actually having a safe society, because if these motherfuckers win in 2022 and they win in 2024, they're going to really go hardcore in the paint. They're going to be like, yo, fuck all y'all. Yeah. We lost with a minority, which they're not going to win a majority. They haven't won the majority vote in forever. We're in a country where the minorities, now I don't mean minorities and black folks for people that's listening. Right. I'm talking about the minority vote. The numeric minority vote is actually going to dictate what happens for the majority of people. Just like 70% of people, that's not just women. 70% of women and men are for Roe versus Wade, yet they still said, fuck you, feed you rocks, and take you swimming. We are going to take that right away from you. And if we get in 2022, it's a federal law. Suck our dicks. Suck our dicks collectively. And I just think that that's the same shit what you said with these cops. Why wouldn't this be on the top of the fucking news? This should be on the top of the fucking news, flat out.
That's not the narrative that's gonna get spun, right? It's not scary Negroes outside your door. What are you gonna do? Yeah, this is like, oh yeah, remember Bob and Jim from next door? They're psycho murderers.
And they killed
just like you. Yeah. And they look just like you.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I bet you those dudes are walking through Rite Aid right now, just walking around, getting cleaning products.
No, one of them, so these other brothers, one of them got, he was killed by the cops in the gunfight. And then the other, I believe, is wounded.
Well, you know what? They would have got away with it. Wait a minute, what is Maya saying? For real, if POC, which is a rap group, no, if people of color suddenly disappear tomorrow, whites wouldn't have anyone to blame or be beneath them.
Now, see, Maya, you got to be careful how you talk, because some white people out there are like, what if they all do disappear tomorrow? That'd be great.
What if we can make that happen? I know they're trying to make our votes disappear because the Supreme Court right now is actually trying to battle back and forth. And the one black female Supreme Court justice actually is going hard to paint for black people in Alabama to have the right to vote and to stop fucking gerrymandering and trying to suppress their vote. So props to her, because I listened to her statement. I was driving to the doctor today, and when I was driving to the doctor, I listened to her. She is pretty thorough. I will give her that.
Who?
I thought she was going to be, what's the sister's name that's the only Supreme Court justice, black?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Ketanji Brown. Everything she said was so on point pertaining to this, that what they're trying to basically take the rights away from black and brown people in Alabama, and they're using racial reasons. And she said, what are the reasons for that? There are no reasons for that, to not have another black district when 22% of the fucking, population down there is black, and you only have 2% that you're allowing. So it's scary. That's how.
Looks like
wow. And
he's not a fan, apparently.
Well, she did good today. How about that, man? A broken clock can be right twice a day.
How did she become a broken clock all of a sudden? What are you talking about? She seems to be pretty thorough in her knowledge of the Constitution and her ability to express her defense of it. So
while Nazee's going hard to paint, what do you say? What Nazee's?
He said, "Yeah,
we got this stuff. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. What about what the people want? This is supposed to be a government for the people."
Well, it's not for the people, because
who's the
who's the people?
Which
if you play the music that the people like, then the people will come out to the motherfucking jazz shows. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't do that. You play what the other motherfuckers want, and then you don't have nobody in the fucking club. Now, I know you're going, what is that? The point is, I feel like they've been known they wrong, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's not about right.
And even though Pedro is diametrically opposed to reality right now pertaining to anything Trump going to jail in any way, shape, or form, aside from that, I want everybody to know he's a good dude. He just is so off with this, and he thinks all this. He thinks you actually think, Pedro, all this information, all this fucking evidence means something. Oh, they do.
I know he got 2 black women on his ass, Letitia James and Fonnie Willis. One, bro, I've had 1 black woman on my ass and couldn't get away with it. So 2 on you? 2 on you? Come on.
But not when there's a nation of white people that want to hold it back. I'm going to post this thing where they were in a Breakfast Club was interviewing Barack Obama, and they said, well, black people feel you didn't do enough for black people. And he ran down all the shit he did for black people. And he said, but again, it's not some, like the joke I do, I'm not some wizard. I can't just fix everything with black people. Even though I got 20 more million people getting medical on, with Obamacare, there were still 10 million people out because the Republicans blocked me. So I couldn't do everything I wanted to do because I'm not a fucking wizard. I'm not the black wizard. You're saying there, so I just feel like the same shit with this. You are wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong, Pedro.
Well, we'll see. Only time will tell. Maya Marcus Garvey Baker. It's like, my point is we should leave this bitch, create our own nation, let the whites destroy this place.
Okay, that
sounds good in theory. It sounds good in theory. Just I don't know if you checked the map lately of like the earth, but there's no place to go where somebody already ain't. Wow. So we're not gonna get our own nation.
Own shit, and then we're gonna have shit that we got to work out between ourselves.
If anything, they're gonna landlock us in Kansas.
Yeah.
Build
that nigger wall.
Shang, when he goes to jail, you're going to have to eat roasted crow.
Wow.
I don't know how this turned into an episode of Game of Thrones, but
she just
eat crow.
Raina, really, Raina? Is that what we doing? Wow. I thought that we had something special going on. But now I see you switching sides with the unrealistic motherfuckers.
That's what it is, yo.
Savage
All right.
AF, I want to let y'all know something. This is something I gotta let y'all know. Savage AF, we're here for the people. The people know that we're here for the people. The people is people that like the people, what we people, these two people that we doing. But make sure that if you do like us, you go to the page that is called the YouTubeage or YouTube, and you click the little bell that makes your life much better. Ring the bell. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you follow us on the IG. Very important. At Black Pedro. Bam, bam, bam. And at Comedian Shang. Make sure you check us out there. And then if you do that, share it with your friends. If you like the show, share it with your friends. If you think the show is cool and what we talk about instead of... Now, we can talk about pussy for an hour. We could talk about balls for an hour. Not that I would want to... I meant basketballs. I didn't mean balls, physical man balls. I meant like, okay, no, I didn't mean that. We can talk about that kind of shit, but this is the type of show that you don't see as often. Two brothers talking about the points, the socio-political points in the world. And we appreciate all of y'all for having a brain and sticking with us. Now, yes.
It is. Shangri, get us up out of here, man.
Oh, wow. Here we go. This is all a narrative.
I thought you were about to say I'm a little teapot. Short and stout. I was like, where's this going?
Where's this going? That wasn't what I was going to say.
I'm a little teapot. The edible kicked in. He didn't time that out.
I liked it. I had some the other day where I woke up and was still baked.
Yeah.
Like the whole morning, I was like, like
full baked,
walking around the house, just like, hey man, put on some Maxwell. I was high as giraffe pussy. Listen, my Shangri today is basically against Pedro. Pedro, you're wrong, man. You're crazy. You're wrong, man. I tell you, baby. Okay, look, I know what happened today when they put the subpoena on Trump. I'm not mad at him, but guess what? It ain't shit till it's shitty for him. And you know the him I'm talking about, Trump. Until I see that motherfucker in jail, it don't mean shit. All right? I want to see him in jail, breaking rocks for sure. But until then, until I see these doors close on him, none of that shit means nothing. None of that shit they did mean nothing. Because white folks shit up. And they are not letting this man go to jail. They're just not. They're not going to let him go to jail. They're just...
black women on.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. They're not going to let him go to jail. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I have dreams that he's in jail and gets fucking shanked. I would like that, but that ain't gonna be the case. Trump is not going to jail. He'll whine and complain and say he's the victim, and guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna buy into that shit. He's not gonna answer no subpoenas. Merrick Garland, that gigantic fucking wet noodle, is not gonna do a motherfucking thing to Trump because he's afraid of the response from the Trumpsters. And what it'll do to this country, it'll split the country too much. Shut the fuck up, you parrot. You little parrot-faced nose, bitch. Do what you're supposed to do. Anybody else would be fucking in handcuffs. But this motherfucker's tiptoeing around the world. So, until he goes to jail, Pedro, until he goes to jail.
Like it's on me.
And until you put him in jail and get him shanked. Until then, nothing means nothing. And anybody in the feed that thinks I'm wrong, you're wrong too. And now, since I've already said it once, if he goes to jail, which I will be stunned, I will give each one of you 5,000 rubles.
Rubles. Hilarious.
You will all get rubles.
Now, I will say that I agree that white folks can white folks shit up, but it's hard to white folks Letitia James. Her name Letitia.
But there's gonna be somebody who's gonna
you can't white folks.
You know
Letitia.
what? It's an old Bill Hicks joke, but there's gonna be somebody who's gonna take her in the dark room and they're going to show her some angles that have never been seen of Kennedy getting shot. And then they're going to look at her and go, any other questions?
Hilarious.
And then that's it. Or they're going to take a picture and say, and they're going to show video footage of her kids or her husband walking to the store. Then they're going to look at her and go, any other questions? Make that shit go away. So trust me, I don't care how much shit they got on this man until they put him in jail.
It's coming.
All that okay. Well, and it wasn't
lock him up.
My Shangry wasn't actually against Pedro. It's just that he's a little delusional.
Hey,
and
man,
I sometimes you
let's
gotta
call
let
it
it
like
go.
I see it.
You call it like you see it. But do you really think that he's going to jail? Honestly.
Yes. And I think he won't be able to serve in a political role ever again either.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I disagree.
We might as well just hit the streets now and start tearing this shit up then, because
WDM said 500 rubles is $8.
Guess what, WDMA? You not getting that either. So it don't even matter. You could convert it.
No. I mean,
AJ Fitt calls you the king of Usher bucks. I didn't even know Usher had his own currency.
That's fucked up. Wait, whoa. Look, now, Shang, you should just settle down there. Wow. Everybody telling me to settle down, and I'm not the one that's wrong.
Look, Raina said, come on, you can't just take classified documents to a resort.
But okay, so if they know that, and he did it, and he admitted he did it because he actually said it in an interview on Fox, then why is he not in handcuffs? Why is he not in chains?
Well, it's not like they got to build the case. You got to get the evidence. They tried to give him some grace, but then they came through. FBI is like, give me my shit back. And then they're like, bitch, this ain't even all the shit. But where's the rest of my shit? So they tried to be cordial, but I think the walls are closing in.
Okay, well, you know what? I hope the walls don't close in on us.
It will be on Merrick Garland, though.
It will be on Merrick Garland, exactly. And we already know
and Letitia and Fonnie Willis.
But he's a poop butt. Remember those when people used to call people poop butt? He's a poop butt. And look, you can see him right here going, that's the noise he's making. It's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's afraid, and everybody knows it. What about prosecution, but no jail time? Not even that.
That won't be helpful. That's not what we want.
Yeah, and not only is he not before we go, not only is he not going to get jail, he's going to, because they're not going to press the button on him, he's going to be able to run for office and have a very good shot at it, because what they'll see it as, well, since they didn't put him in jail, he's redeemed in their eyes even more than already. This motherfucker said he was going to win the election, even if he didn't win the election.
8 cases. There are 8 investigations in on this motherfucker right now.
Okay, that it don't matter.
They're not going 0-8. They're not the Detroit Lions.
They're going 0-8.
Savage AF, y'all know what it is, man. That's the show for today. Treehead's calling DeSantis as the party leader for 2024. We'll see.
And he's a piece of shit too.
Oh, he might be even bigger turd, but we'll see. Guys, we'll be back here tomorrow as we slip into this the weekend vibes.
Slip into the darkness.
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be here for you. YouTube, Facebook Live,
Facebook,
Savage AF,
all of that. Also,
Black Pedro.
Listen. San Diego, make sure you come check us out November 11th and 12th, 4 shows, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. at the San Diego Laugh Factory. Make sure you check us out at the Laugh Factory in San Diego. That is right, November 11th and 12th. I will be headlining. We got a Black Pedro featuring and some guest performers on the show. And then if you happen to be in Los Angeles tonight, I'll be on Toronto Thursdays with a plethora of funny comics. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you there.
That's what it is, y'all. You know what it is. Savage AF, man. We'll be back here tomorrow. Stay black if you are. Don't be black if you're not.
Yeah.
Keep your finger out your nose.
Out your butt.